our channel. I'm Talia and this is Scotland, and we are here in our hotel room at the
Protur Bonaire Aparthotel
in beautiful Palma near Palma in Majorca. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and for visiting our channel. We do lots of different travel videos if this is the first video that you have seen, and in this video we're going to do what the hotel is like, what the food is like, what's nearby the hotel, what the pool is like, what the surroundings like. So if you're thinking about this hotel or Palma or Palma or Majorca at all, we'll be going to places like Protur Bonaire. We'll also be going to places like Palma. So if you're kind of thinking of it as a holiday destination or somewhere to go for a little weekend jaunt, then hopefully this video will help you out and give you an idea of the kind of place it's like. We are in March, so this is going to be like March time weather. It's supposed to be alright. It's better than the UK, it's better than Sussex, which is where we live, but you never know.
Do you think you can tell I'm not wearing any trousers?
Definitely.
Hello, welcome to space. We've just got here, we've just had the car. Before we go any further, TF just said to me, put the music on, and I said,
Spanish radio!
Fun, radio. TF said put the music on, and I was like, we can't, because our last video, there was radio in the car. We went to Corfu, and there was radio in the car. You should check out that video, by the way. And
very good.
They wanted to charge us 250 quid to have the radio in the background.
We are in a Renault.
I'm looking down because I'm trying to put in the name of the hotel.
What car is this? A Renault?
It's not one that you get in England. It's called a Cratcher or something. I don't know.
Anyway, it's a Renault. It's very nice.
Lovely.
It's very lovely. We've got the car for 7 days, and it worked out to, what was it?
140 pounds.
£140 for 7 days, and we're dropping it off on the day we go back at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then we're getting the shuttle back to the airport. Journey complete. How was that for you?
It was fine. It's an hour in the car on a long straight road all the way across the island. It was very easy to drive, and if you if you're not really experienced in driving abroad, don't worry about driving here. It's lovely. We've just arrived at the hotel.
He's been very calm for someone who was almost run off the road by a dump truck. Is it a dump truck or a cement truck?
Don't talk about it, because when I have to kill the guy.
Oh, fair enough. Nothing happened. If anyone goes missing, we don't know anything about it. Right, we're going to go in the hotel now. Check in. Get to our room.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm drifting so far into my head. I'm thinking that I should go to bed. I found some thoughts I want to stay away.
Just after midday, so I'm not sure what time check-in is. What we've done is there is a little luggage room in the hotel. We just ditched our bags and we're gonna get back in the car and go and find a supermarket and get some milk and wine.
Right, first things first, we come travelling, we are half board, which means we only get breakfast and lunch. No, breakfast and dinner, and I don't really eat breakfast, so we're at Lidl for cheap food and drinks.
Nothing says holidays like Lidl's.
Yeah.
Is this cooking wine? It can't be.
Only get the essentials.
2 bottles of danger wine. Some yogurts, some milk. 6-pack of water, Coke. Just to let you know, our shopping of our 2 bottles of wine, 2 bottles of Coke, 2 bottles of milk, bottle of vodka, 2 yogurts, crisps, dip,
what was that?
pork scratchings and nuts. I think that was everything. Came to €20. So when you think that a cocktail will probably cost you €10, it's worth a little trip.
Yeah, people might, oh look at that Humvee. Let's go.
Can you see that? Can you see that?
It's a big, it's a
Camo RV.
Camo Humvee.
So yeah, and it's literally in the car, probably 5 minutes drive down the road. So a bit more of a walk, but worth going to a little if you can. We're on the wrong side of the road.
No, we're not on the wrong side of the road.
Oh, he's on the wrong side of the road. He was on the wrong side of the road.
So, also drive on the right hand side of the road, and when TF says get on the other side of the road, don't listen.
Just ignore me.
Oh, so that beeping is the woman telling you to buckle up.
Well, I've been told. Did you say very green and fancy?
Ah, it's very green.
That's the old curtains. There we go.
Oh, nice view of the sea.
Okay, let the light in. Nice little place to have some drinks. You can get a bit more of an idea of what the room looks like. 2 little settees. I think these are sofa beds in case you have more people. Telly. Table. Fridge. Yes.
Open up.
Microwave.
Wee freezer.
Little tiny freezer. Cutlery. Yes. Look at that. Good on them. Little dishcloth. Spoons. Little hob. Toaster. Very good. Fake. Oh, well done. Glasses. Oh, there you go. Pots. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, a bit more. Bit more. Oh, cute. Oh, that's nice. Let the light in. Little windy. Oh, that's good. Little vanity. Very nice. Cupboards. Little blanket. Safety deposit box. Very jolly. Aircon. More cupboards, blankets, extra pillows, that's very good. Tick, 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 tick. Boyfriend, don't be peeing. Yes. Ooh, nice bathroom. Yeah. Nice. Very nice little thing there. Nice little, some little bits. Shower caps. A shoe shine and some hair and body wash. Very nice. Yeah.
Right, so we got here and we unpacked and then I fell asleep for an hour.
That's not what happened. We got here, we unpacked the car, not unpacked our cases, which is what that sounded like. We brought up our snacks. We ate all the snacks, we drank some danger wine, and then we had a booze nap. Now we've had the booze nap, now we're going to go and see what the pool situation is.
We had a golden opportunity to lie.
No, they know. They would know.
They would know. So we're going down to the pool and the camera we've got is not waterproof, so you just have to use your imagination.
At some point we'll film it.
Cut to a film of the pool. I have not died.
It's a very odd start.
you don't
I'm
really,
not dead either.
You don't need to see that, but tell them why I think I have not died. Look at the camera.
Oh no, we're not dead.
I'm very blue. Blue. No, let's not do that.
That's an absolute tune.
It's a tune. It's a banger. Right, it's night 1. We've been to the pool. We've got
Very
here.
jolly.
We've unpacked. The place is lovely.
Shower's nice.
Sure, it's lovely. We're going down to dinner.
We're back in our lovely little apartment. It's the end of the day. We've just had dinner, which was very good, I think. There was chicken fajitas and salmon in like a cream sauce. There was pork scallops and pork and plum stew. There was Palma ham and melon, loads of fruit, loads of salad.
And 4 different kinds of ice cream.
It was very, very jolly.
Can I do a shout out?
Yeah?
When we are just doing nothing, a lot of the time we're listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
And we've been listening to Reply All with Alex Goldman and PG Volt and Alex Bloomberg. And the current episode we're listening to is with Jason Manzukis. This is neither here nor there, but it's just, if you're not listening to podcasts, listen to podcasts. Listen to your podcast, which you can find by searching Tally in Scotland. But also listen to all the podcasts. I like WTF with Mark Maron and Reply All and the West Wing Weekly, which is now finished. And if you've never listened to a podcast before, start with Serial.
Yeah, they're all good. They're all good.
That's nothing to do with anything, just...
Well, it kind of is, because that's what we're doing now. We're back on the Danger Wine. And we're having a little nightcap in our apartment. Then we'll be listening to podcasts and probably going to bed. It's going to be more wine, cards, podcasts, reading.
Bed early because there's markets tomorrow. I think what we might do is just switch straight to
Tomorrow morning
and go straight to the markets.
Morning. We are just off to breakfast. How did you sleep?
How did I sleep?
Yeah.
Good.
Scotland's not awake yet.
No.
So we're gonna go and check breakfast out and see what's what. Oh, nice day.
That breakfast was tremendous. They had really fresh pancakes. I'm starting to wake up now. I was feeling a wee bit, and then I've had a bunch of pancakes, and I had chocolate milk and coffee and orange juice. I'm full of fluids. Okay.
There is, I'm gonna say, pretty much everything. There's fried eggs, poached eggs, scrambled eggs, omelettes, pancakes, which are made to order.
The twisty things.
Toasties.
What are the twisty things called?
Churros, all different kinds of yogurts, all different kinds of fruit, different kinds of bread, cereal, coffee, tea, juice, everything, do you know what I mean? All the stuff. And the poached eggs were actually poached, and that is, well, you know,
stunning.
A bit of a myth. Stunning.
Right.
So breakfast complete.
At breakfast, I discovered where we're going. We're going to a place called Sineu. I'll write it here.
Sineu.
I don't know how to pronounce it. S-I-N-E-U. There's a market there, a big market. We've got the car. It's not roasting because it's still March, so we're going to put on a hoodie and then we're off to the market. If you're coming to the island of Majorca, anywhere in Majorca, and you decide to drive, you must be confident going round roundabouts because there are millions of them. And the reason I'm saying that is because I know people who drive but are not confident going round roundabouts. And if you're not confident going round the roundabout clockwise,
Get the bus.
you've got to be not confident going round the roundabout anti-clockwise. And for 99% of people watching this, that whole thing is irrelevant. But there'll be people out there who go, oh, I do not like roundabouts. Especially if you're not well versed in driving abroad. Obviously, the thing is, people don't drive like maniacs here like they do in like Morocco or Turkey, but so if you want to learn how to drive on the right hand side of the road, actually Majorca is one of the best places to do it because I've ridden a motorbike in Majorca as well and it's fine, but option is be aware. Well, I need to go away, we're going to up to around about it. This is the town we're looking for, by the way.
This isn't the town that you're looking for.
Right, it's day 2 and the island of Majorca. There's a dog. It's a good one. And we've came to that place, which name I can't pronounce, Sineu. Sineu? Oh, that's a good dog.
You'll see it in a second.
Hold on, let's have a look at the dog. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, very cute. We drove here, it was fine. It's very, very, very tight streets, so if you've got a big, wide car, do not come here, go elsewhere where you're not wanted here.
Park further out.
Yeah, like,
we parked on top of a hill. We hope it's legal. We're hoping there's going to be a car to go back to after the market.
We'll be fine. As you can see behind us, we're at the edge of the market. Let's go and see what's going on. Leather rucksack.
Another leather rucksack. Oh, right. Yeah.
Leather rucksack is what I'm looking for. I don't need a wallet except for my dad's wallet, which is lovely. I probably won't buy a watch, but maybe some rings. What else did I say I wanted?
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses. I need new sunglasses. These ones have got scratched in them, it's driving me nuts. Bags, bags. That's a good dog. Right, let's go down this way. See, he can genuinely say this is real honey.
That's really cool.
We're at the market in Sineu and there's like an animal farm thing happening. And there's chickens and rabbits and birds and sheep and cows and pigs and pens. And I don't know if they're for sale or if it's a pet zoo or if they're looked after. There's pigeons. It's the weirdest thing. What I might do is get here to create a distraction and then let them all go all at once, see what happens.
You fell in love now.
So I was sitting at this bench and this little street dog came up and just fell asleep on me.
Although I don't think it is a street dog. I think it's that man's dog in the checkered shirt, which is why he came over and sat next to you. Like, why are you? Why have you collected my dog that was running around freely? You've picked it up and patted it into sleep.
Do you want me to take a picture?
I've taken a picture, I've taken loads of pictures. I think this video is turning into you with dogs.
Good George? English?
English.
Oh yeah, how are you?
Good man, good.
Oh yeah. If you look
Right, hello. These ones. These are €10.
Are you doing this?
What do you think about these ones? These ones. Wow. And we've been to the market and we've showed you around the market, but just as we're leaving, we're just about to leave and we've came across, I knew this church was here, but I didn't think we would be able to go in, but we were able to go in, and as you can see,
It's €1 per person.
it's a donation. If you can give more, give more. It's for the restoration of the church. But as you can see, it's really, really beautiful. The roof is lovely. All the statues are beautiful. It's really well lit. It's really peaceful. If you're in Majorca and you need 10 minutes to yourself, check out this church. And this is us from Sineu. We've got to head back in the car now, back to, well, maybe not back to the hotel, who knows. We're just going to head out of this town, see what's going on, see if we can film stuff, and go back to the hotel, maybe go into the sauna. About 2 seconds ago, I just said to you, we're going to get in the car and go home. Then we walked through this wee square and we bought coffee. And top travel tip, if you make plans, don't be afraid to change them.
Immediately.
I think we see that every time. Oh, a little bit of bubbly. It's day two. It's day 2 here at the hotel. Today's finding was we went to the sauna, and it was a £5 for an hour.
Yeah.
Which you didn't tell us, but that's fine. If you go to the sauna, get your £5 out for the lads. Also, the pool towels. What was it called?
Oh, the pool towels. They say you're not allowed to take your room towels down to the pool, but they do give you pool towels at reception. They are big green pool towels, so don't bother bringing them. But you will have to give them a deposit, and it's €15.
€15
per towel per person.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. Factor that in your holiday money. Obviously, you get it back, but
You need it cash.
it's just a pain.
Cash money.
It's just a pain. And also they do launder them for you, so that's quite nice. If you want a fresh pool towel, you can take your towel down there and they'll refresh it for you every 2 days.
Also, we just took a walk into Palma. Everything's closed because it's the start of the season.
Yeah,
if you're coming in July, it's going to be mobbed or whatever.
Well, we came here before, and we stayed down at the Levante. This was like 4 years ago.
Which we walked past.
Before it was refurbed. It looks very fancy now. It was less fancy when we went there, obviously. But it does look very glam. And right next door, if you want to do it, there is motorcycle hire, and the motorcycle hire place is still there. Haha!
Tremendous.
And we hired a motorcycle, and it was, I think, about €30 a day.
That was 4 years ago.
That was 4 years ago. And this evening it was closed, as was everything else. It was a nice little walk, and if you go down that way to the Levante Hotel, which is probably about 10 minutes walk from this hotel, there is a nice bit of beach.
Yeah.
We haven't yet checked out the beach that's down there, but I think it's rocky, whereas the one at the Levante is more sandy.
Yeah, so one of them's Stallone and one of them's Grease. That's a good joke.
I mean,
Stallone, Rocky, Sandy, Grease.
yeah. I mean, it's quite late, so.
Yeah, that joke probably won't make it to the final cut.
But we're gonna have, oh, and every night in the hotel currently they're doing bingo. We will be having some Danger Wine, thanks to good old Lidl.
Listening to a podcast.
Listening to a podcast, playing cards, and so we'll spare you that. So we'll probably see you tomorrow. No.
Good morning. We slept all night through.
I didn't sleep the whole night through. I slept terribly. I kept having nightmares about the coronavirus.
School got up at 1 o'clock and went and had a bowl of cereal. We didn't
Why
film
is that so funny?
I don't know, it's really funny. We are now in Inca. We just had a little car ride over. We've parked. It is chock-a-block on the streets of Inca for parking. So we've parked in the supermercado.
Underground.
I'm doing that because it's underground. And we've just come up a little escalator and we're in the market.
Inca is about 55 minutes from the hotel. Inca is about 55 minutes from Calabona. It's a really nice drive. It's a nice view, smooth drive, lots of roundabouts. And
nice hills, isn't it?
apparently Inca is the busiest market on the island, so let's go and check it out. You do film some of the goods?
I'm filming your goods.
The woman said, I'm wearing glasses for a wee thing here because the woman said, I said, how much for these lovely Lacoste glasses? She was like, €20. I was like, 20? She said, yeah, 20.
Because they've got the little crocodile on them.
Because they've got the little crocodile
And they
on them.
say, Lacoste made in Italy, and they say it there as well.
Yeah.
So she's like, look, they're real. So
She was like, they're real. So I said, well,
fair enough.
I bought these other ones that I was wearing for 10 yesterday, and she said, okay, 18. And then I said, no.
Goodbye forever.
And basically, I did this, and she went 17, 16, 15, and then I did this, and she went 10. And I was like, alright, 10. So I bought these Lacoste glasses. Real, very, very real Lacoste glasses, which would be hundreds of pounds in a normal shop at a market in Inca. €10. What do you think? Are they good looking?
They're great. You look tremendous. But I am also very amused that these ladies get in that shot.
Get that shot.
Amazing, yeah. But no, you look tremendous.
Hold on, let me just clean you up a wee bit.
Hang on. Now you look amazing.
Yeah.
That's it, Vogue, yes.
What?
Awkward.
They're not as good. Girlfriend, what's the magic number? Actually, in our house the magic number is 1.
Or 50p.
To find me today. Oh, right, we're doing it?
Yeah. We left the mall place after we had a little look in that makeup-y place, which...
Did you film in that makeup-y place?
No, I didn't, I did.
There was a makeup-y place?
It was very good, and there was little bits, Barry M and bits for €1. Would recommend. We had a very charming drive back, and it's about 4:20. So we are kitted out for the pool. We have pool towels now. Yes, we got them from reception.
I am wearing this on our Instagram and on the videos quite a lot. It's a tattoo shop in Brighton called Dead Slow. And I'm not shilling for them other than the fact that they're a good tattoo shop, and this hoodie I've been wearing it for years and years, and it's still brand new. So go check out Dead Slow.
And
so cool.
It's not even lost any of its
Goldness.
colour or goldness, even though it's been covered in chlorine.
This isn't
From when we were soaking wet the other day and didn't have pools and had to ran back to the hotel room.
That's
So
right.
that's quite good. If you need a hoodie which can withstand chlorine,
Dead slow.
that's the one you need. Right, so we're off to have a swim and we will report back in a bit.
Oh, that's too close. We are in Porto Cristo.
We are goths abroad.
Yeah, why have we dressed all in black? It's Scotch all the day.
Because it was supposed to be really, really windy. It's Storm Hefe at home, but here it's lovely. It was supposed to be a bit cloudy today. I don't know if you can see, but it's blue skies. We've driven to Porto Cristo because it's 10 minutes down the road in the car from our hotel, and a very, very jolly drive. And also it's got the caves of Drac, which is a fabulous place to go, especially on a cloudy day. We went there first time 10 years ago.
4?
It was longer.
10 years ago? What? 4 years
We went there
ago.
10 years ago.
4 years ago.
About the same sort of time that this argument started, and it's really cool. You go really, really far down. It's all those stalagmites
And stalactites.
and stalactites, stalagmites, stalactites, and
If you want to hear more about
beautiful
our...
waters. And there's like a little concert that happens down there, and then you go up the top and there's like peacocks and stuff. It's really, really beautiful.
Peacocks
But
are nice, yeah.
when we went 10 years ago,
4 years ago.
it was €7 and now it's €15. So we've just found that out. We've gone, oh,
We don't want to go.
is it €15 worth if you've already been? Probably not.
If you want to know more about the Caves of Drac, listen to your podcast, the first episode of your podcast. It's called Majorca, and
Oh yeah,
you can find that on Stitcher and iTunes and Spotify.
nice little plug.
Thanks.
So
Open up the plug bag. Oh, do you know that reference?
is that Comedy Bang Bang?
Yeah.
Comedy Bang Bang, Comedy Bang Bang, Comedy
It
Bang
started
Bang,
with a
Comedy
C
Bang Bang.
and you
Comedy
open
Bang
it
Bang.
up.
Are we going to cut this bit?
No,
Probably.
no.
Oh dear, sorry about that. So instead of going to Caves of Drac, we're probably just going to have a mooch. It's quite a nice day, even though we have dressed like two goth detectives.
Nice. Our YouTube channel is just a plug for our favourite podcast now. It's like nothing to do with holidays, it's just like go and
It's
listen.
not even a plug for our own podcast.
I know.
It's plugs for Comedy Bang Bang and Reply All.
Also listen to Ear Hustle. Right, anyway, let's go and look for a wander about.
Bye. Public service announcement. One of the things that obviously Majorca is very famous for is its Majorcan pearls, and we've just been into La Marina, which is right on the corner, right by where all the buses and coaches park, and that is the best price that I've seen for your Majorcan pearls. Majorcan pearls from like, what would you say, like €3? 3, 4, 5, all the way up. Obviously normally they're much more expensive, but basically that was a whole jewellery shop. Plus also if you like your crystals and rocks, that's also a good place. But if you do like your crystals and rocks, then I would suggest going 2 doors down from that shop to the knife shop, which has a big bowl, big basket near the floor, which I just spent about
what, about 20 minutes sifting through, because they were €1. But it's a shop full of knives, so it's kind of like a whole shop full of jewellery, a whole shop full of knives
and hats,
and then a big basket full of stones or crystals or rocks or whatever you want to call them. They're not that dear in that La Marina one, but they're cheaper in the other one, but they don't have any pearls, so it's one of them.
Back in the car, we just thought we'd mention we parked in the underground car park
and the centre, right in the city centre,
right in the city centre, and we were here for 2 hours.
More than 2 hours, I think.
And we paid $170. And I think there probably is free parking, or
but do you
might
want to
be,
risk it?
but then we've also seen traffic wardens. So if you're thinking, chance it. I mean, well, for $170 for a couple of hours is not actually that bad. Sorry, I just did some really dodgy camera work there. But yeah, $170 for parking. I have to say, actually, the parking and the coffees in every place we've stopped have been very, very cheap. What do we pay for coffee today?
€4, which is the most expensive it's been.
€4, which is obviously 2 each. But to go and sit somewhere and
use the toilet
and have a drink, that's not that bad. But we've had it much cheaper than that. Obviously, it's been mostly like €3 or €2. But what I will say is, the cheaper the coffee, the scummier the lose.
That's
but
the
there you go. So we're hitting the road again now, and I don't really know if we know what we're doing.
We don't.
So we'll come back to you in a sec.
We took a picture on this bridge the first time we're here. We're not going to show you. It doesn't say Majorca, much to what we thought it did say.
Question is, are these going to be more dear than the other buggers?
We're doing the walk of shame.
Listen, we've been to, once you've seen one stalagmite, you've seen all stalactites.
We thought, we'll look for some other caves. There must be some cheaper caves.
This is
Let's face it, when they were first created, they were free. So,
yeah,
and since then, they have gone up and up and up. So we're like, we won't go to the caves of Drac because we've already been there.
And they're now 15
And they were
pounds.
it used to be €7, and now they're 15. We were like, oh, there's caves of Ham or whatever they're called here.
Caves of John Ham.
Yeah, the caves of John Ham. We'll go there, but because it's the caves of John Ham, they're €22.
Listen, if you're really into stalactites,
You'd have to love caves so much. I'd be taking a bit high if I was going in
if
there.
you're Batman, you'd be like, this is brilliant.
Or a bat, you're just gonna go and live in there. Fair enough. It's decent rent. Needless to say, it doesn't say that anywhere all the way up there. All the way up there, it doesn't say anything. So we went and asked, and then we had to walk away. But there is free Wi-Fi. So I suppose you could come here and download all of your podcasts or whatever, and use the Wi-Fi and then leave.
Podcasty
Video. Right, try again.
Public free Wi-Fi.
Banging! Right, we're gonna go and find some
Free stuff.
stuff that doesn't cause you to remortgage.
Found a free thing. Do 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 do.
Yeah, found a free thing. It's a big long walk up a set of dunes to an abandoned building. And I am too tired to climb up there, so we'll come back to the car so I can go back to
So we're
sleep.
about 10 minutes from the hotel, and there's like a nature reserve place, and it's a trail from down a hill all the way to the sea. You might be able to hear the waves in the background, and it's all like, just lick me.
Nope.
It's all like rocks and
Plants
and stuff down at the sea, and then it's like a sandy walk up to the top of a mountain, which we've just done, which was really lovely. Further back there is like a castle-y type building, but it is quite a long walk, but the top of the hill is nice. There's some nice views up there, but if you did want to do the castle-y bit as well, you can. You just need a bit more time, energy, stamina. But if you're like,
and less weight,
if you're like a runner person or a hiker person, this might be quite a nice surrounding for that kind of a thing.
If you're like me who really enjoys sitting down, you'll not be.
Then maybe just do the first 10 minutes of it. You could go the downhill bit. If you are less inclined for uphill, there is just
Right, come on then.
Happy Saturday. It is about 11 o'clock. I think that's optimistic. About 1 o'clock? What time is it?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, somewhere in the middle. We are in Palma. We are at
Palma Harley Davidson. Majorca Harley Davidson.
There it was.
It's 1 o'clock.
Oh. I was in the region.
Yeah.
We are at Palma Harley Davidson, which also happens to be next door to Ducati Palma, and opposite Suzuki, and basically all the dealers. So Nissan's here,
BMW,
Mini's here. It's like a big road of like
automotive.
Yeah, which is quite cool. Obviously our first stop's going to be Harley Davidson, because they're usually the most exciting, most interesting, and some of the nicest people in terms of welcome.
You meet the nicest people on a Harley Davidson. We'll go down and we'll go see our friend Ruben, who works in Harley Davidson in here.
And we're going to see what's what.
Get a wee chip. We have jumped into Harley Davidson, and I got my, if you follow this channel very much, I got my chip from Majorca Harley Davidson. It's a very high quality one, Palma de Majorca, Spain, to add to the collection. And then we're off to Palma Town. Palma Town.
I would 10 out of 10 recommend coming here, even if you're not a massive biker. If you're coming to Palma, they have very nice loos. So if you are desperate, it's about an hour away from our hotel. So if you suddenly think, oh, pop in, look at some bikes, and also if you'd like a souvenir that's not like, oh, my friend went to Palma and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. They do dealership t-shirts here, so like you'll get a cool like Harley Davidson tee with like bikes on and stuff, and then it'll say Majorca on the back, which I think is wicked.
Well, the only thing I'll disagree with you there is I was in the boys' toilets and the light went out. It was automatically like to save energy, so bravo for saving energy, but I wasn't done yet, and I was like, hello, hello, hello.
They're nicer loos than we've been to, even in some cafes.
Yeah.
For the girls anyway. And it's actually a really lovely dealership. It's got a little table and chairs in there.
They've not they've not quite got the new Softail standard, which is coming out. I might put up a picture of Softail standard to show you what it looks like. It's coming out and I'm really excited about it, and hopefully in our next video when we're at Harley dealership I'll get a wee test ride it. I don't know why I'm telling you that, I'm just excited. And also I'm wearing that t-shirt we got. Where have we got this?
Benidorm.
No, it wasn't Benidorm?
Yeah, I think so.
Was it not?
Tenerife?
No, I think it was Ascalara one.
Turkey? Oh, it might have been Turkey.
Turkey. It's the one that's got our picture on it, look.
Yeah.
That's me and that's TF. Anyway, where do we go? Palma.
Bye!
Bye! Why are you talking about my most stressful time? I'm on the wrong lane. I'm 3 lanes to the left of where I need to be to turn right, and there's a bus blocking me.
Comedy, innit?
Comedy, tragedy plus tragedy.
Most stressful time.
Travel tips are just us talking rubbish and talking about dogs and me clapping dogs. Top travel tip really, we're in Palma de Majorca, a big massive town if you don't know it. There's this giant cathedral behind us. It's very worth seeing.
Yeah.
And there's parking right in front of it. We're on that side of the water if you look behind us. That doesn't make any sense. There's parking, it's $1.90 an hour, which is good going.
Yeah.
For right in the centre of town. The car park's enormous, so you probably get space. If you're on a motorbike, park wherever you want. Welcome to Palma. Calorie pat. Wee horses.
Well, I guess you could not do it. Oh, superb.
Is that the highlight of the whole holiday?
Yes.
Thought that. Oh, that's all from our time here in Majorca.
I really don't want to go. I really don't want to go.
I don't want to go either. We came here on our first holiday. If you want to listen,
84 years ago.
84 years ago. If you want to listen to the story of our first holiday in Majorca, go to our podcast, search Tally in Scotland. listen, of all the places we've seen, we've been to, if you check out all the videos, we've been to Corfu and Turkey and Tunisia and holidays and shops all over the world. Majorca is my place that I could live.
You'd definitely move here, wouldn't you?
I would move here. Well, I'll tell you something else, top travel tip. Hire a car or a motorbike. The roads here are beautiful. They're smooth and unpotholed, and everybody drives sensibly apart from that one guy. And I love it. I love it.
The other thing I would say is if you're not able to do that in terms of like hiring a car, or like we managed to hire a car for 7 days for £139 including insurance.
Yes.
Obviously you got to pay for petrol, but I've been here before and just cut about on buses, and
have you?
Yeah, and gone from Palma all the way to Palma. It takes a bit of time, but it's not expensive. But as I hope we've mentioned, parking's not there, and there's safe places to park, but there's also buses everywhere. So if you do want to get out and about and explore, thank you, my arms were killing me.
I didn't know that.
Then you can.
Well,
there's no way you'd get on a bus anyway, because you just start wanting to harass the driver.
No, I would
be like, don't park there.
Talk to the customers and all that.
Yeah.
I have really enjoyed the time.
Oh, I really don't want to go. It's going to be so cold and miserable at
I
home.
don't like to either.
We've been so lucky with the weather. It's been like 15 to like 20 degrees, and this is the very start of March. We've been in Majorca before. The last time we came here 4 years ago was in April.
Yeah, April 6th.
And that was like sunbathing weather.
I hope that this video turns up again in a much later video where I say I'd always wanted to live in Majorca, and it's a video as moving to Majorca. That'd be great. If I could cut this in and be like, hey, remember that time I said we were in Majorca and I'd like to live here, and now here's the video.
Oh, maybe one day.
Oh, it's great. The roads are great. The roads are great. I love a nice road. I like a nice smooth road. Some people come for the culture. I like nice smooth roads.
There is also culture.
There's also culture.
Thank you so much for watching this video and coming with us and watching it all the way to the end. There are other videos if you're looking for some holiday inspo. As we said, we've done Turkey, Tunisia, Corfu.
Just look.
Also the Cogito Blanco, which was the south of Spain. So if you're kind of feeling like, yeah, Marbella, Costa del Sol, that's a good shout for you as well. Or just find us on Instagram or Facebook, and we can also answer your questions there.
Finally, I'll say this. If you have any questions about Majorca, there will be stuff we've not said or covered in the video.
Or if you want to know more about the Caves of Drac or the Cathedral, because we've done both of those, they're really good touristy kind of things.
Yeah, if you want to know anything, let us know. And if we don't know the answer, we'll point you in the right direction. Drop us a message in the comment below, or if there's anywhere that you have been that you're like, oh, this is a great recommendation, leave it in the comments, because that's what, you know, that's what it's all about, letting other people know and having a chat down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you kind of like us, maybe subscribe, and we'll see you really soon. I don't want to go. I don't want to go either.